Too many horror movies to pick from? Need more outside the mainstream suggestions? Oh, whatever can you do?
Well, howdy there, Scream Freaks.
You bet your britches, it's Deadwest, star of the web's #1 animated horror host show, Screaming Soup.
But what do I know? I like Gillard's Man of Movies.
Now, for the first time ever, you can support the world's first fully animated horror host.
Patreon, Ko-fi, BuyMeACoffee.
Deadwest, your favorite two-fisted sci-fighting cowboy skeleton. Putrid polecats, do ever review scary movies from beyond the grave. Screaming Soup. Don't let this chance to support your favorite horror host pass you by, because loyal Scream Freaks can now get a fascinating look at how our Silver Bolo Award-winning animators actually draw these gut-busting, action-packed Screaming Soup cartoons. Screaming Soup! Now in knee-jerking get-on-my-face vision if available.
Watch much more of this. It's not scary, it's just shit. Paper mache and painted laser rays. Dumbass monsters made of clay. If you want to scream, come scream with me. Scream Soup, Screaming Soup. If you want to scream, come scream with me. Screaming Soup, Screaming Soup. What the hell is this supposed to be? Action, romance, or sci-fi comedy? I just don't have fucking time for this shit. Bring on the blood and show me the tits. If you wanna scream, come scream with me. Scream Soup, Screaming Soup. If you wanna scream, come scream with me.
As you can see, my style is one size fits all, like a Cinderella slipper for the everghoul who needs the comfort of everyday convenience with their one-piece jumper for every occasion. Clipping coupons, looking for lost children, eating refried salads.
I don't know which is filled with more bullshit. This arts and craft Yahoo or his brigade of garbage bags.
Get it straight, articulate. The best of the West is dead, I guess. The best of the West is dead, I guess.
You ain't nervous, are you, love?
Yeah, a little nervous, but a little bit of nerves are a good thing. Gets the adrenaline flowing, and it's great to have it here on our home turf at the Howlin'. Oh, great. Here we go.
Oh, hi, Mandy. Sorry I steal the show. I'm sure they were still want to see your stuff, though.
No worries. You actually did a great job warming them up for me. Sort of like an okay appetizer that really makes them want the main course.
No thanks to that band. Who hired them anyways?
Damn it, Ted Breeze, you're ruining everything.
Can't afford to lose another gig.
Chillax dudes, dudes. I'm just helping these good bodies rock with their ghoul mama's gable.
The action continues with the Fright Fall Fashion Show, thanks to our sponsor, the Howlin' Grub and Spirits. Please shriek and scream as much as
Here we go. Deep breaths. Almost showtime.
Go out there and show them what you're strutting with.
And again, we remind you to keep all claws and tentacles off the models.
In the meantime, could you please make sure these guys don't do anything embarrassing during the show?
My heart breaks a little every time this leg parade turns to walk away from it. Know what I'm saying?
It's more fun if you pretend they're lining up for the after party.
Yeah, where's that?
Here in my barrel. Simmer down, y'all. Mandy's next.
These ladies doing any wet t-shirt pillow fighting anytime soon?
Or maybe play a sudden death round of bobbing for grenades.
Look, gang, I know this ain't our usual shenanigans, but we're here to support Mandy.
I bet she'd win if her final look had an extreme show-stopping edge.
Like one of them big pyro entrances we see on Reckless World Wrestling?
I got a hookup with some Roman candles.
Yes, dude!
No! Nixed it! Oh, here she comes.
Hello, you beautiful beasts. The collection I'm presenting this evening is inspired by my relationship with my soulmate, that wild, wild horror host who's saved the Crosslands countless times from killer clowns and doomsday prophecies, none other than Deadwest. I have a feeling these gorgeous garments may inspire some new relationships, or at least some new adventures, maybe even some new dreams. This is Spectral.
Oh, whoa! Howdy there, Screen Freaks! Shit, is it that time already?
Yo, why you wigging out?
Cuz Evanstein, I've been so busy with this dog and pony show, I totally forgot about tonight's review. I haven't even had time to pick out a movie for us to blast, Screen Freaks.
Well, why don't you just run and do that now?
Catfish is right. That antique store you go to is just at the other end of the strip. Get your head out of La La Land and give them the fix.
I'm sure you Screen Freaks wouldn't mind seeing where your favorite horror host gets his material. We just need to get back before Manny notices. Last one's a trailer trash turkey.
Yo, wait for me.
Still want me to call that guy? Idle down, Road Rash. I'll take you for a ride in a little while, okay? Feast your horror-hungry eyes, partners. A vault of horror even Forrest Ackerman would be jealous of.
Dang, Deadwest. I knew this place had classics, but these are dang fossils. Betamax and VHS tapes? Get with the times, man.
Oh, get off your high horse, you tech-savvy doper. There's all kinds of flicks that never made it to the digital age, and they're all here waiting to be rediscovered so we can remind folks of their existence. Damn it, Road Rash!
What the? No motorcycles in the store, dude!
Simmer down and stir that bull back in his pen, Jimmy.
Ed. My name's Ed.
Poor Bella just was feeling a little ignored is all.
We tracked dirt all over the place, and I just vacuumed 2 months ago.
Speaking of 2 months ago, you got that flick I reserved yet?
Here. Customer had it stuck in the VCR they bought at Amityville yard sale. Almost cost them their afterlife and late fees.
Check it out, Road Rash. This is right up your fast lane. Alright, Screen Freaks, if you like blood-sucking vamp flicks but tired of all the gothic castles and sparkly romances, but let me catch up on this new spin of a classic movie monster. I bought a vampire motorcycle. The meat of this wheelie-popping horror from the land that coined the term video nasty ain't your average blood-sucking flick, Screen Freaks. After a biker gang's collect call to Satan is interrupted by an attack from their rivals, the Road Toads, the head honcho of the Devil Lovers is possessed by a cartoon fire demon and ready to raise hell like a Terminator. But his Norton Commando's out of gas, so instead of hoofing it, he spills his essence into the tank and transforms it into a self-driving supernatural predator that runs on blood. Well, hemoglobin, or unleaded, whatever it is, it ain't even got enough for a lap around the block, and is picked up by a shop who sells it to a dispatch biker named Naughty. It's a smooth ride at first, but Naughty grows suspicious when his new bike, while cranked during the day, steers itself wherever the hell it wants at night, and starts finding it parked in different places with body parts hanging out of it in the morning. It's not until it turns on his girlfriend Gibby he knows he's in over his head, and has got to stop this demonic blood guzzler however he can. Spewing chunks of the sours of this unconventional vampire, can't find much of anything really worth bitching about, Screen Freaks. I mean, claws down, it's a ridiculous idea for a monster, but it's a competent, easy-to-follow story with likable enough characters and is pretty well shot and edited. But if I just have to call this movie out in something for the sheer hell of it, the soundtrack could use more rock and roll. I think the humor plays a little too straight for its own good at times, and the rules for a demon cross with a vampire, two normally exclusive subgenres of horror, mind you, gets a bit confusing. Like, is it the demon possession that's turning things into vampires, or was the cult leader a vampire to begin with? And why doesn't the demon just hop on one of the dozen other bikes lying around as dead amigos instead of trapping himself in an inanimate object that can only run on blood? And don't even get me started on how inconsistent this infernal machine's blood-sucking habit is. It's all over the place with just how many folks have to die for it to keep running, and how fast the blood's burned off before it needs another fix. I'm also at a loss for how it collects blood in its tank, which everyone confuses for mud or engine fluid. Sometimes the bike only needs a drop of blood on its engine block to get red for evil, but other times it's chewing people to pieces in its headlights, which I'm guessing is magically connected to the tank somehow. None of this distracts from the movie, mind you, but I can't help but notice this stuff. Regardless of this nitpicky shit, however, the flick's honestly better than anyone expects it to be. I'm just happy to watch any vampire movie that doesn't sparkle, dress like Tutti Frutti Victorians, or does that annoying hissing thing I get so sick of hearing. Oh, you can keep these method actors in touch with their animal instincts. I prefer my bloodsuckers be the near-dark Lost Boys type with thing flings at the titty twister for sultry snake dancers. Put a stake in me, I'm done. But now my favorite vampire films have got to be the original Fright Night movies. But that don't mean Jerry Dandridge is my favorite Nosferatu. No sir, that coveted title is a split between Bill Paxton and Severn from Near Dark and Blackula, whose movies are way better than any Dracula picture Lugosi or Lee ever put out. Shaking in on the pissing timer, this literal vampire wheels never idles and keeps the story moving with plenty of action and keeps you from wondering just how much junk mail you can delete during his runtime. And no bogus scares costing you your popcorn for no good reason.
You imbecile!
Hey, I'm entitled to my own opinion, you eavesdropping putrid polecats, Dracula!
Not you. You!
Not this shit again.
I give you some simple instructions for fixing this place up before my arrival today, and you turn it into a dirt trap? Spam! And look, you didn't even fill the blushing machine.
I did fill it.
Yeah? Where is it?
I might have drank it all.
Pause the show here. You own this place?
As well as Count Casino's Castle, Blood and Breakfast, and Bug Guts Grill. Have some coupons.
Sick! Well, I gotta give you mad praise for this Video Shack. There's no other place like it.
Yes, somebody talked me into investing in this eyesore years ago. It never really taken off. I would have chained the doors forever ago if it weren't for the one loyal customer coming around enough to keep the lights on.
He's that customer.
Sure as shooting. Name's Deadwest. Next to the Silver Screen Drive-In and the Token Theater, this is my favorite place to hunt for horrific entertainment, sure to show me how to make the greatest horror movie ever.
Then allow me to shake the hands of my number one customer. Ted, why are you still standing around for? Clean, damn you! My bride is due here any minute and she won't tolerate this filthy pigsty.
This sucks.
Insolent dog, I'd fire him, but he works for practically nothing.
So your ball and chain's coming around, huh? But wait, don't you have like some kind of big love sister-wife scene going on for you?
Yeah, the Belfier's worth of she-fangs coming this way?
I do, but this is my bride who doubles as my business consultant. She says I have an image to maintain and it was time for me to make my rounds to ensure businesses are in order and blah blah. The beach is driving me batty. But that's why it pays to have more than one wife, so you can take a break from
Nations!
Oh, no. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Ted!
Clean, sweet fatality. You know, for being the king vampire, you'd think his death would be way more epic.
Oh man. I can fix this. Maybe I can bring him back with some blood on his ashes or reassemble his bones.
He ain't Humpty Dumpty, kid.
Hey, that's not a bad idea for a scary movie.
Ouch! Ow, that stinks.
Well, what you got there? Looks like a fang. Uh-oh.
What's happening to me? No!
Belching fast, Ted. Looks like you got promoted from Walking Dead to Undead.
Oh, crap.
Quite the unexpected turn of events, Screen Freaks, much like our unlikely star in tonight's review. The sweets of this flick is practically spelled out in this title. Vampire, motorcycle, merciless mufflers. When I think I've seen it all, I'm still discovering shit I can't believe was committed to celluloid. This hunk of devil metal could have easily been a boring knockoff of every vehicle stunt Disney pulled off in one of them Herbie movies, but thank Craven the filmmakers had the imagination for a wild ride. With every drive-through meal the blood junkie gobbles up, the more severe its transformations are with steadily escalating powers. At first, it just grows a few spikes out his tank and sports a flesh-chomping headlight. By the time this road demon goes on a free-wheeling killing spree, it's blowing big-ass spikes in the gangbangers and growing larger-than-life swangas for decapitating enemy road toads. So much for wearing helmets. Things will get really crazy though till Nani calls in the big guns. Reporting his bike's nocturnal activities to the first holy man he can wrangle, Nani spills his troubles to none other than Star Wars royalty Anthony Daniels, who we all know better as that mouthy droid C-3PO. Neck-breaking double takes. This is the first time I've ever seen this guy in a movie that didn't require him to squeeze his ass into a robot's skin. But he quickly proves he doesn't need that getup or an overhyped space opera to be one of the sweetest parts of his runaway possession. Persuaded to hop on his holy rolling trike and take a gander at Naughty's mean machine, Father 3PO ain't fully convinced till the bike takes a big bite out of his fingers trying to roll it into the sunlight. Down but not out, Anthony packs his vampire kill kit with throwing crucifixes and comes back full force for what might be the first and only time a vampire slaying's ever been crossed with an exorcism, and does his best to cast the demonic force back to the pits of hell. Everything's kinda gravy at first, but Turns out this brand of evil's a little out of Anthony's league because it's possessed by the fucking Prince of Darkness himself, who peels out of this divine intervention in a fit. Bigger and badder than ever, this vessel of Satan's on the warpath to off Naughty and Gibby once and for all, and neither gravity or a dip in the river is gonna stop it. Armed with a new set of devil horn handlebars, fanged forks, and tricks for cutting folks in half while sucking them dry, it's trial and error for what can kill this monstrosity, till it's finally defeated by garlic breath and a bad tan. Huh. Well, you turning to count the roadkill in this motorcycle's exhaust, I bought a vampire motorcycle stacks an impressive 23 body pileup with some wiggle room for however many cult members the road toads act up in the opening scene. Given there's only so many ways to hit and run somebody, the filmmakers managed to keep each death fresh with humorous situations between the more elaborate effect gags, like the bike-baiting meter maids with illegal parking, or stalking hookers like it's Jack the Ripper. My favorite's got to be this one baffling moment when the bike randomly blows up a bunch of gym rats kicking it while it's down, sending their limbs flying through the air like a game of perfection. It's even funnier when you pay close attention and notice these fake appendages are scattered all over the place, but the stiffs they belong to are still intact. Great attention to detail, fellas. Oh, and to inform the more sensitive crowd, there are some pets heading for the pet cemetery, there's a rubber chicken sacrifice in the name of Satan, and a poor pup that's supposedly eaten off screen. While this beast bike successfully jumps what I normally bash movies for, it does crash and burn when it comes to exploiting any opportunity for showing us Gal's headlights. So, as always, here's some talent sure to make your blood rush your head. Billy! Let's nuke the ingredients of this dark Brit comedy and see what it rates! I bought a vampire motorcycle. Ain't exactly a great movie I feel like everyone needs to see, but it definitely deserves a watch for being so originally different with its nutty blend of horror themes. I'd recommend this for Knight Rider fanfiction that's needing a new enemy for Kit, doctors who can tell me if it's normal to put severed fingers in a sling that's damn near strangling the patient, and fans of Mr. Hanky from South Park. No, this ain't the evil possessing a turd. It's just a bonkers nightmare sequence the filmmakers surely stuck in here, so we still be talking about this shit decades later for one reason or another. Yeah.
What's happening here?
Not this bitch.
What's up, girl? Might I interest you in the black exploitation section?
How dare you address a bride of Dracula with such disrespect? You should be groveling at my very shadow, clerk.
I ain't no clerk, but I wouldn't mind checking you out over the counter. There's no late fees for true love, right?
Dracula? Who's responsible for this? Who sent you, vampire hunter?
Don't get your webs in a wad, you drama queen. I ain't no vamp killer. Your video jockey here is the one who swept the floors with him.
It was an accident, contestant. I swear on a stack of Necronomicons.
This is perfect. Sinfully divine.
Something tells me this is one mental bitch.
You clueless creatures! With Dracula gone, all his riches fall to his heirs. What once was his is now mine. All mine!
Well, what about him? Doesn't he get anything?
What? Dracula blessed you with his legacy?
Well, kinda. It all happened by accident when I was putting him in this bin here.
By law of blood, Dracula's empire is passed on to his sons of the night, whose veins carry the royal bloodline. And since he never risked another man challenging him with his own power, that makes you, clerk, the sole inheritor of his estates and the new king of the vampires.
Whoa, 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 you mean Kid Succula here owns Video Bar? Well, have I got some things to pitch you then? But wait, does that mean he gets all of Dracula's brides too?
Were we just best creeps at a wedding and not even know it?
Dracula was my only master. Not some lucky snot-nosed youth who doesn't know the first thing about being a true king. You are not worthy of his mantle.
Craven, no wonder Dracula came here to get away from you. You're literally sucking my soul with your constant bitching. I hate it when you come around here.
Then why don't you just fire her?
I can do that?
Well, you're her husband, employer, and king, so why not?
Well then, so long as you're out of here.
But you can't!
Here, grab a t-shirt and stutter your ass out the door.
You will rue this day, all of you!
Suddenly, feels good to be king. Oh man. King of the freaking vampires now! What am I gonna do? What am I supposed to do? Is there a handbook for this?
I'm sure you'll think of some. So, should I get these now, or wait for some new promotional discount since this place is under new management?
You can help me.
Come again?
You've watched all these shitty vampire films, right? Must know about this stuff and what I'm supposed to do.
Look, kid, I got my own plans, which don't include you in the coffin you're trying to fill. Now, rent me these scary skin flicks. It's for, review purposes.
You help me, you can watch whatever you want on the house.
Well, now you're talking my lingo. It's a deal. Get that VCR warmed up, Billy. I hope you screen freaks didn't get too bored with video store politics, but it looks like we're in this thing for the long haul as I barter my services for some cinematic gain that's sure to give me the edge as a horror aficionado. While I work on what all needs doing, I'll see you later, screen freaks. You know, I can't help but feel like there's something I'm forgetting.
Haute couture runway show turned amateur pyro and no skeleton cowboy in sight. Deadwest!
Well, howdy there, Scream Freaks. Well, thank you kindly for watching, and help yourself to more servings of Screaming Soup by visiting our site at screamingsoup.com. You can read our weekly updates, character bios, and interviews, catch up on past episodes, browse our store, and drool over the Howlin' Hottie of the Week. If you want to scream at us, just holler at screamingsoup@gmail.com, and don't forget to stalk us through social media, conveniently linked at the top of the site.